Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
Speeding, tailgating, and passengers not wearing a seatbelt have resulted in dozens of deaths on Rockford roads this year. The city's top cop hopes deploying more patrol officers will save lives.
Paraprofessionals help students with intellectual disabilities learn new things, but some educators say a recent staffing shortage has left them with more to do at a higher risk of getting hurt.
Being able to move just allows us to meet that new population.
A State Line boutique owner is bringing her clothing items to you. Her fashion-to-go business plan keeps customers guessing where they'll see her styles next. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson. A Bolingbrook man will serve nearly 40 years in prison for sexually assaulting a child in Loves Park.
The abuse went on for more than a year, from 2015 to 16. Investigators say the victim was 11 and 12 years old at the time of the attacks. Benigno Ortiz was found guilty of 5 counts of predatory sexual assault of a child and 2 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse. Ortiz was sentenced to 37 years behind bars and must register as a sex offender for the rest of his life.
A garbage truck bursts into flames and damages a Rockford railway. It happened just before 12:30 this afternoon on 15th Street and Broadway. Investigators say the vehicle tried to clear the bridge there but got stuck. First responders found smoke and flames coming from the truck. The driver got out okay, but the vehicle is in bad shape following the fire. That part of the railroad tracks is shut down until crews can repair the damage. The number of car crashes in Rockford is skyrocketing, including the one today. There have been 18 this month alone. 4 people died.
Rockford Police Chief Carla Red says speeding is one of the biggest concerns right now. Rachel Perry's been following these crashes. And Rachel, how do these numbers compare to the past?
Mimi and Eric, 29 crashes in the city this year were deadly. Last year and the year before, Rockford had just 15 each. And in Illinois State Police District 16, numbers have doubled from 2 deadly crashes last year now to 4.
The increased speed is definitely a factor where, we're seeing more people being ejected from their vehicles as well.
Nearly 11 months into 2021, and Rockford has already seen nearly 30 deadly crashes. Rockford Police Chief Carla Red says 11 involved speed. Now the police department is working overtime to keep these drivers off the road.
See the drivers out there that just are driving excessively fast for no good reason. I can tell you we have added the increased extra hours, if you will, with manpower in regards to trying to get the drivers to slow down. Unfortunately, it results in a lot more tickets being issued, but we've got to do something to try and mitigate the risk at hand.
But Rockford police aren't fighting this battle alone. Heather Hansen is the acting lieutenant of State Police District 16.
Our officers and departments working together, and we're focusing on exactly what the chief said.
Their focus, 5 things Hansen says cause fatal crashes.
Speed, as she said, improper lane usage, following too closely, not wearing your seatbelt because you get ejected when you get hit or you hit someone, and then being intoxicated, being impaired.
Hansen tells us taking action now is a top priority and asks the public to do their part.
Because the warnings, it doesn't change people's behavior, and we have to change their behavior to save their lives.
Coming up at 6, Chief Red uses a personal example to educate both drivers and pedestrians on road safety. Mimi?
All right, thanks, Rachel. A group of State Line paraprofessionals say they need more help in order to create a safe environment for students. Easterseals Academy paraprofessionals in Machesney Park has filed an OSHA complaint over working conditions. The group says dangerous staffing shortages mean there isn't enough support for students with behavioral issues and other disabilities. Easterseals says when they are understaffed, students can hurt paraprofessionals and themselves. The union representing Easterseals says, quote, a fair collective bargaining agreement with dignified wages would help recruit and retain the staff necessary to provide a safe and quality education.
If you still need Halloween weekend plans, a downtown Rockford business is serving up screams. Rockford Art Deli's 10th annual Free Print Day is Saturday. This year's theme is scary movie classic Scream. Bring in a blank t-shirt and leave with a custom designed print at no cost. Jared Hedis owns the shop. He says what started as a way to promote Art Deli and downtown Rockford has turned into a tradition for some people.
Do a theme design every year, and I think we're over about 30,000 prints for the last 10 years. So Tyler, one of our team members here, did the design this year, which is always fun. But yeah, it was just kind of, I let them have fun with it and pick the design, and it was just kind of a good tie-in with the new Scream coming out soon.
You can get your own t-shirt from 10 to 6 Saturday. First 100 customers will also get a bonus gift.
The Rockford Police Department celebrating Halloween early. District 2 was full of little ghosts and goblins this afternoon. Local kids were able to carve pumpkins, color, decorate cookies, and enjoy candy, popcorn, and apple cider. Officers helped children out by cutting off the tops of the pumpkins, then gave the little ones creative control. Rock House officer Patrice Turner tells us spending time with children is a top priority.
I think it's really important for police officers to help build bridges between themselves and community members. It's just to help give a positive circumstance, like a positive interaction between police officers and the community. I think that's really important. So events like this help to do that.
This was the third time the department has hosted Pumpkins with Police.
A small business owner from Byron hits the road with her store, literally.
The fashion guru says her hope is to bring new styles to customers who might not make the trip to a standalone location. Michelle Rave reports on the boutique on wheels.
We've seen multiple food trucks across the state line, but one local business owner I spoke with is taking that concept in another direction.
So this trailer was just a bare bones, brand new trailer, nothing in it at all. So we kind of had to do every little bit to finish it off. So with our help of family and friends.
Chelsea Simpson is the owner and founder of Wave Avenue Boutique in Byron. It all started as an online clothing store 2 years ago, but then she decided to do something unconventional.
So, I mean, you've seen different mobile boutiques at markets. Some will convert like an old bread truck or a bus or something. But we thought a trailer would be neat because we can kind of close off the doors.
When you walk in the trailer, it looks just like a clothing store, just smaller. There's even a room to try on some of your favorites.
So we built a dressing room in the mobile boutique. It was very important to us. That way women could try on any styles that they see out here.
So the neatest part is when a customer comes in that's new, that comes in and they're like, wow, you can't really tell what it looks like from the outside. Then you come in and it is just this cozy knit store. It makes you feel comfortable, and that's the goal.
Simpson said she was drawn to this so she can reach more people across the state line.
So we wanted to have a mobile boutique just because we feel like not being stuck in one fixed location just allows us to grow and expand in different ways and reach new customers all the time.
So far, Simpson says it's been successful, and she hopes it will grow even more.
So we're trying to find the balance of what works best for us at this time, but of course, I think I would love to grow it, to have multiple boutique trailers, maybe in different locations, would be awesome.
Tomorrow, Wave Avenue will be at BJ Way Park from 4 to 7. To find more information about their updated hours and where they'll be next, you can find that on mystateline.com. For now, reporting in Byron for your home team, I'm Michelle Rave.
Democrats are rushing to strike a deal on President Biden's Build Back Better plan before the president heads to Europe on Thursday. The package includes 2 bills. The Senate passed infrastructure bill and a larger social spending bill.
The 2 Democratic senators say they still have their doubts. DC's Anna Warnicki is keeping you connected to the nation's capital.
We will deliver.
Democrats say a deal on President Biden's Build Back Better plan is 90% finalized.
Hopefully, said a lot of it will be done today.
House leaders are hoping to vote on the Senate-passed infrastructure bill on Wednesday. But first, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi wants confirmation that the reconciliation spending bill will pass the Senate. The holdup, 2 Democrats, West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin and Arizona Democrat Kyrsten Sinema.
We're all negotiating. I think in good faith you have to keep all options open or you're not being fair with the other side. I think 1.5 was more than fair.
With Senator Manchin's cap, Democrats are cutting plans for things like free community college and expanding Medicare to cover dental, hearing, and vision. But removing those provisions risks the loss of support from progressives like Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders. And Democrats can't lose any votes because Republicans remain united in opposition.
Democrats may be able to come up with a smaller top-line number, but their buy now and pay later or pay never approach to government spending is going to have serious consequences.
Still, Democrats say President Biden isn't giving up on his agenda.
Whatever is not in the bill he pledged to continue working on that till the end of his term.
In Washington, I'm Anna Warnicki.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, just a beautiful sun-filled Tuesday afternoon. A live look with the Marcel Skytrack camera out at the Park Hills Golf Course in Freeport. Plenty of sunshine. There have also been quite a few golf carts going around, kind of zipping around today. A good day to be outdoors as the wind has not been as strong as what it's been the last couple of days, and it's been comfortable too. Beautiful picture coming in. Jimmy Ann Getter sharing this. Was out at the Nicholas Conservatory a while back and snapped a couple beautiful photos. Thank you so much for sharing that. C. King at WTVO.com is where we want to share those fall pictures. Today, great day to be out. Tomorrow should be fairly nice too, although we trade in some of that sunshine for a little more cloud cover for the afternoon. Temperatures in the mid and upper 50s, 57 in Rockford, 55 in Janesville, 56 right now in Freeport. Our weather watcher numbers also in the 50s with that dry air. Dew point temperature sitting in the 30s, 59 for Ken and Belvedere, 55 for Bob in Rockford. Mostly sunny skies for Mike just north of Forreston, 57, and also 57 degrees for our weather watcher Ben in South Beloit. Had a few clouds working in, some of those high cirrus clouds, and some cloud cover coming in off of Lake Michigan. But as a ridge of high pressure builds closer to us, it's actually helping to move that cloud cover out, and this is going to leave us with a mostly clear sky here as we go through the remainder of this evening and overnight. We're sandwiched between two low pressure systems. The low that came through over the weekend now out over the East Coast. Our next low pressure system, this is what comes through these next couple of days, will increase the cloud cover during the afternoon tomorrow and then bring us the rain most likely for Thursday. So let's time this out. We'll stay clear for tonight. Temperatures will be back into the 30s. Might see a little patchy frost again late tonight, very early tomorrow, but cloud cover does thicken up as early as tomorrow morning. There'll be a couple of breaks here and there midday, but then we'll see those clouds begin to increase tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night. We should stay dry for most of the day on Wednesday. Chance for rain could come as early as about 4 or 5 o'clock early Thursday, but I still think we've got some dry air in place. Likely we'll see a few more showers kind of work in midday Thursday and then picking up a little more Thursday afternoon, Thursday night. As far as rainfall totals are concerned, this doesn't look to be quite as much as what we had from Sunday into Monday. Generally around a half an inch, could be a couple locations that get close to 3/4 of an inch. And then there's some lake enhanced rain, which could push those rainfall totals up a little further back off to our east. Let's talk the winds though, because the wind is going to increase after a fairly light wind day today and tomorrow. Winds pick up a little more on Thursday, but you'll notice the winds increasing Thursday night and then into Friday. In fact, our peak wind gusts during that time, 30 to 35 miles per hour, and I think we'll feel that mostly coming during the morning on Friday and then into the early afternoon. Winds will still be coming from the north and northeast. Will be subsiding a little bit by Friday evening, but you have to watch some of the winds there for Friday night. Speaking of the rainfall, as I mentioned, kind of picking up Thursday afternoon and then into the evening and carrying over into Friday. We'll dry things out Friday night and then into the weekend. Temperatures for tonight will drop down to 38 degrees. We're back up close to 60 tomorrow with the increase in cloud cover. Good day to be indoors on Thursday. Same thing for Friday too, 57. Could get close to 60 there on Saturday. Right now, Halloween looks dry. Dry cold front comes through, but guys, it'll bring those temperatures in the 40s. And we've got a chance for some showers possible Monday night into Tuesday, but okay, take note of that number there. You know, this time of year, whenever we get that temperature close to freezing, we have to watch just how cold we get whenever we talk about precipitation in the forecast.
Now, the Napleton Sports Desk with Sports Director Scott Leber.
For years, the Blackhawks motto has been one goal, as in winning a Stanley Cup championship. Well, it seems that was never more true than it was in 2010. The Blackhawks revealed today that the organization was guilty of putting the team's 2010 Stanley Cup championship run ahead of a claim by a young player that year that he had been sexually assaulted by the team's video coach. Team CEO Danny Wirtz and team owner chairman Rocky Wirtz announced results of a recent investigation into the incident today. They were joined by the lead investigator. And what we learned is the player who claims he was the victim of the abuse was a 20-year-old Rockford Ice Hog at the time. That player has not been identified. He was up with the team in 2010 for the Blackhawks playoff run as one of their Black Aces, one of several top prospects in the organization who were allowed to experience the playoffs. The investigation revealed that the player's claims that he was abused were brought to the highest levels of the organization, including then team president John McDonough, GM Stan Bowman, and head coach Joel Quenneville. And they did nothing for 3 weeks because they didn't want any distractions during the team's run to the Stanley Cup Championship. Shortly after the championship was in the bag, the video coach, Brad Aldrich, was given the option to resign or be investigated. He resigned, and the Blackhawks dropped the matter entirely. Today, Bowman resigned as GM, and the other few members of the Blackhawks organization who were with the team in 2010 also resigned. The Wirtzes were cleared by the investigation of having ever had any knowledge of the incident. To me, the guy who comes away from this looking the worst is former team president John McDonough there. He was always highly respected as a leader of organizations when he was with the Blackhawks and before that the Cubs. A guy who ran a tight ship. With him, everything in the organization had to be first class. It would seem the decision to not pursue an investigation in 2010 was up to him, and he decided against one. Now the Wirtzes have to clean up the mess, but the damage has been done.
Candace will have a final look at the weather in just a moment.
First, here's some of what you can see on News Nation later.
Tonight on News Nation, we're going to introduce you to the one NBA player who has the moral courage to stand up to China. Plus, the aldermen who are the unlikely critics, you might say, of Chicago's universal income program. That's On Balance. Here's Dan Abrams live.
Officers confuse Brian Laundrie with his mother. Now an ex-police chief breaks down how this mistake could have happened. That's tonight on Dan Abrams Live on News Nation.
That is all coming up on the fastest growing cable news network in America, News Nation, available on the cable and satellite stations you see here. You can also head to newsnation.com.
Clear skies, they will continue on the First Warn interactive radar. That's right there on mystateline.com. Temperatures in the 30s tonight, up to 59. More cloud cover tomorrow, rain by Thursday.
All right, thanks, Candace.
And thank you for spending some of your time with us. Stay safe.